Call me. I have somebody else who can substantiate that he knows me. He called me one time. I was here in New York and was constantly calling Samuel L. Baden. Who? Van. I've got some bad news for you. The only person who might not support you right now in this anecdote is Bill Clinton, because I don't think he'd want to tell a story that he was golfing with Donald Trump either. He didn't golf that day. He didn't play golf that day. He didn't play golf that day. Who did you end up playing golf with? Mr. Clinton. All right. So we're having beef. You're having beef because I guess you were in an interview and said that you were a better golfer than him, and then you told the story. Is it true that he signed you up for one of your golf clubs and didn't inform you? Yeah. And when I arrived, it was President Clinton. Wow, really? Who else could confirm that Donald Trump does know me? Amazing. Here is the disappointment. And did happen, and he brought Bill in and got him a jacket. Donald Trump sits on his golden throne, playing tweets like a kid with a new toy, and continues to spout out capitalized words with awful spelling errors, causing anyone who reads it to say, "Is this how you lead?" Samuel L. Jackson, with his movie background, puts that image not only with humor, but with bitter sarcasm. He complains about how Trump invited not him to golf, but his friend, while Bill Clinton was blessed with a jacket, and Jackson was left with nothing but a freeze in their relationship. The most significant observation Jackson makes is that true leadership doesn't require incessant bragging, since action speaks louder than words. But Trump is an exception. He just continues to use his little finger on his gold-plated phone, typing away day and night, hoping everyone will accept that he's a stable genius. But in reality, he continues to drop the ball on the simplest of things such as spelling, reading, and above all, trust. But I did receive something someone sent me today that stated Trump claimed that he didn't know me. He said he know you. I actually have his tweet here. This is very thrilling. He is very with exposure. He believes it is very cautious to just barely be on television, barely expose yourself. But does that really exist? You say here you have met him? Yes, I've met him a lot. You golfed with him? I golfed with him. I don't know. No Samuel L. Jackson, to best of my knowledge, haven't golfed with him and find him to be doing too many TV commercials. Boring, not a fan. Not a bad thing. Samuel L. Jackson is Hollywood's villain king, having played dozens of villains who scared and captivated audiences both. But in life, the villain. Donald Trump is even more of a disaster than anything Jackson has encountered on screen. Jackson was not afraid to label Trump as a disaster comedy machine, a bad script so unbelievable you would think you are reading fiction. And the ironic thing is, Trump still refers to himself as a stable genius, a label Jackson jokingly described as comparing to when you said you were a world-class ballad dancer, describing it as being easy. Doing it is the actual challenge. The audience laughs hysterically as Jackson cheerfully gathers these great materials directly from Trump himself in order to deliver some quick-witted line that even Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction would approve of. And maybe that's the difference. Movie villains have some morals, but real-life villains just make ceaseless, foolish moves without bounds. With regards to Donald Trump, you are currently in a feud with Donald Trump. Do you know this? No, I don't. Oh. The audience went wild. Social media erupted with clips and memes spreading faster than Trump's tweet typing speed. Can you speak? Can you speak about your tweet? You leaving the U.S. or you staying there? I'm just curious. You just tweeted it out. Why y'all so worried for me to leave? I pay more than you. I won't say that part. Him too. Everybody keeps repeating that I said I was leaving. I was going to Jimmy Kimmel, skit. I was acting like a magic 8-ball. You remember that? Did you see that? I did see. I'm just raising the question to clarify it. We'll clarify it. You could have clarified it by being a clever journalist yourself and said, you know that was a Jimmy Kimmel skit, right? At last, when Jackson openly ridiculed Trump, the latter naturally didn't remain quiet. He initiated a string of tweets pounding the keys full of misspellings, attempting to bully his rival, but succeeding in making the internet community all the more enthusiastic. Memes ridiculing Trump's spelling ability sprouted like mushrooms in the rain. Trump even boasted he had never seen Jackson's films, giving netizens the opportunity to mock. He likely has not even consumed a Big Mac or spelled his own name correctly yet. In the meantime, Jackson sat back coolly, sipping on a cold beverage as Trump continued to bang away on the keyboard like a pouting child. This was the ideal ending where memes and tweets made for an infinite comedy show. I learned that due to the Disney thing, and Trump woke up because he always goes at 10, correct? He's going to go at it more than anybody. I'm woke like you wouldn't even believe. I'm saying what's going on to these trans women athletes is really a scandal. They can compete with the girls and get in there, but they're told no, you can't do this. people tell them no. Excuse me. And I don't care if they're 6'3" with hands and feet like big flippers. You got to put them in the pool. Trump in his woke position, even with his repeated efforts to make himself out as being awake and up on trends. In good faith, his remarks regarding women's sports and trans people are like attempting to understand about space tech while still learning 4th grade. Trump wishes to clarify everything, but continues to use superhero language to define problems he evidently does not comprehend completely. Can you envision? He would like the transgender women to compete, even going so far as to suggest Captain Hook types in the pool. And whatever, you cannot help but acknowledge his capability for making everything unforgettable. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing Trump. And the thing is, you want to get the rhythm of the man and the little ticks. Lots of people. Excuse me. Lots of people. Excuse me. Lots of people. Excuse me. Lots. You got to be happy. You're going to be happy. Happy. You got to be. Excuse me. Lots of people. Excuse me. You better be happy. I know a whole lot of happy. The way Trump says the phrase, many people may lead you to ask yourself if he's addressing himself. It's one of the most common Trump tactics that lead you to question whether he is merely repeating what he's been said to him or whether he actually believes it himself. If you didn't know, this is why Trump may be the king of circular conversation. Infinite loop in which he is constantly repeating terms such as many people, as if repeating them to himself in an attempt to convince himself he's the only one who understands or possesses the most expertise on any subject matter. Yes, this is the style of Trump demonstrating highest level confidence where he's always asserting his superiority by adopting fuzzy statements to control the discourse and put himself under the spotlight. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know where it's going. I keep finding hooks. I can tell you that they're friends of mine. Okay, I figure if he starts World War II, we'll be in our bunkers. He'll still be selling us on closed-circuit TV. You know, we had a fabulous nuclear war. It was fabulous. Gigantic nuclear war. Your bunkers are wonderful. Your bunkers are great. The Chinese bunkers are a disaster. And then Trump drags us into his universe with tales of nuclear war. The manner in which he speaks about a global war as if it were live television on which he can place advertisement. We have a great nuclear war. It's going to be a great war. Somewhere in that building, someone is likely to be thinking about whether he is discussing war or marketing a new gadget from Sharper Image. And not just that, Trump would make all things fantastic to the extent that even bunkers would have to bear the Trump label. Spent the year trying to understand the charm of Donald Trump. And you know he is a blunt force tool. So if your issue is global warming and you're attending the conference, who would you rather take with you than Donald Trump? Because he'd be like, you stupid nations, okay? You're very dumb, okay? You're emitting all this stuff in the air. The world's getting hot. The grass is burning. Ouch. I will do so well with global warming. I'll stop global warming. I'll make CO2 pay for it. I can assure you that. Oh my. Trump and the environment. This is a milestone in humor. How he discusses climate change can cause NASA to close down. If there were a prize for making the planet warmer, Trump would be the clear winner. Picture him in the center of the International Climate Conference saying, "You guys are so stupid. The Earth is warming and you're still emitting CO2. Fine, I'll have CO2 pay for this." He sounds so confident as though he's discovered the answer. Have CO2 pay. And let's not forget his iceberg plan, a totally original environmental approach that only Trump could devise. It's almost as though he plays climate change as a game and thinks that having icebergs built will fix the issue. Whether he actually means it or is merely attempting to stage another spectacle, his method seems more like an act than a real solution. It's grandstanding on the global stage, but with no real action to address the pressing issue at